Hello, welcome back to the Electrical Hygienes. This is your host, Lo Gene. Hello, Gene. How you doing, person named Gene who I just called out at random and have no idea who the fuck you are? Are you enjoying the game? You're not? Well, at least someone who has a mild interest in Hexen who can't really play it themselves can enjoy it. That's what I'm here for, you know. I don't think I'll get tired of this genre. I probably will get tired of it being in early access. That's kind of not good. Although I can't say they haven't done that with mods, so that's really the same thing. It's just only a problem if you pay for an early access thing. And in a way I technically did. Oh yeah, let's fight this guy again. In a way I technically did, but it was part of the bundle for last Halloween. I'm just like, I'm getting this. Also, my good friend, you know who you are. Got me the Painkiller collection. I can safely say that Painkiller is on the table for the YouTube channel. At least the first one. If the others are just like it, Painkiller Black Edition, if those are just like it, or just extra levels, perfect. I will just do that. The one problem has been the secrets have been a bit obscure. I had to look up what to do, and some of it is just like obscure physics interactions. I'm like, what the fuck? I guess I should expect as such in the Havoc engine. Either way, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. Play it. I made it run on Linux, no problem. It's because Steam now uses this Vulkan driver thing by default. And yeah, it's pretty much the only reason why I still continue to have a game distribution system, because of how it handles Linux stuff now, or how it handles Windows stuff into the Linux pipeline. It's Proton technology. It's pretty good. I dare say it does better than some of the other line stuff. You know, better than Play on Linux, better than Code Weavers, wherever that was. Although I think Code Weavers is better for people running Windows programs and not really Windows games on Linux. So it's got that going for it. It can be more of a business thing. Which, I guess, makes sense, since the servers of business are operated by Linux. Wouldn't you know? Actually, most of the world runs in Linux. Did you know that? And you're not using it yourself? You're silly. I'm just kidding. Anyone who actually wants to customize their computer should use Linux. That's about it. You don't even have to get that fancy. If you just want options as to what to do, then use Linux. Of course, if you're crazy and want to customize everything, there's places for that. You don't have to worry. Okay, he too can do the vampire reverse thing. That's nice. So, don't try to suck him when he's blocking. Melee him instead. Or do the fire blast. I don't think he reflects the fire blast thing. So feel free to do that. The trouble is, it's very rarely I can tell he's actually being damaged because he doesn't do the pain animation that often. But you are damaging him. As long as it's not bouncing off of him, you are damaging him. It's not like he lowers splash damage or anything. I mean, maybe he does. But that would have nothing to do with the shield. That would probably be a default variable or something. Oh, but what if I just dropped a bunch of poison on him? Well, it'll hurt him, but he has to actually stay in place. Ah, I got fireballed! But yes, I use Linux to run on myself. You know what I'm using? When I use a controller? Anti-macro. And we got a Bluetooth thing hooked up for those things that want the Bluetooth. I'm using Simple Screen Recorder right now. I use Handbrake to encode it. I use all the things. You're dead. I was wondering if I could just do a video on something like Tools of the Trade where I explain each program, but the thing with that is I'm not so good at actually explaining programs in exquisite detail, rather than telling they exist and helping you at every bit. I would just suggest you find someone else who has something more equivalent to a video documentation, because I don't believe I do that. Or rather, I could do that, but it would take up much of my time, and it's better to just ask me questions about the stuff I might be using. Or just kind of talk to me directly, you know. It doesn't have to be now or whatever. It could involve ghost hunting. You could have ghosts. Yeah, this time I'm going to use those wings on the bonus level. At least to deal with that one lava section, right? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I forgot to mention, like in that swamp part of this hub, that the actual hub level itself has an area where you can go through the side and come out the other. And one of those non-Euclidean things. Still brilliant, by the way. I'm surprised I don't, like, have my game break off me and return its sides to orbit. Speaking of return its sides to orbit, watch Peter Pan going wrong. My sides went to orbit afterwards. In fact, I'm going to probably tell people to watch that on Christmas, because it is a Christmas thing. Shoot him, kill him, die, and stuff. I really like the Deathwind Chapel. I think maybe it's my favorite bonus level, actually, because not only is there not a point to it, it actually is the best design. So, like, the first bonus level, okay, it's still a bonus level, but it's kind of like symmetrical, and you go in and stuff, and it's just a big outlaw. The second bonus level is more like a small arena, which is just a speedrun arena. Then the fourth hub is more of a just roulette sort of thing. And then the fifth hub, while very necessary, the fifth bonus, while very necessary, just for secrets, it doesn't really have much lending itself to the design. So I'd say this is my favorite secret level in Hexen. This one right here. It's pretty good. Plus the music, you know, dong 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 dong. I really like it. I'm thinking in terms of source ports, what source ports I would use. I was thinking Lakestone source port. I'm definitely source porting Super Destiny because of the flaw with it. But I'm just going to hang my hat up and be like, source ports are not all that bad. I can at least tell myself it's because I'm actually trying to play a game here. I'm not trying to prove I'm like super pure speedrun. No. It's just that certain game stuff changes when you do a source port. One of those things is what GZ Doom does with the enemies, which is it eliminates the whole Y-axis thing, which changes the game to an insane degree. Or like the spawn limits of the pain elementals. Like, don't mess with that. But then, definitely Descent I'm gonna have to source port. And there's two reasons for that. One is, that thing already came accustomed with a higher resolution, but you'd be better off with, like, more of a VSA, you know, Voodoo graphics card era computer, Pentium 3 or something like that. Rather than trying to get it to run through DOSBox. The other thing is the controls for that game, which I had to think very carefully on how I was going to work that. Because you have to think, you really do have to think three-dimensionally to play this in. And I think I'm well equipped to do that kind of thing. It's just, what controls do I use? So, having it happen smoothly is fine. Just to let you know, I'm thinking about Descent and Descent 2. Descent and Descent 2 is like Doom and Doom 2, pretty much. So there's no problem with Descent 2. Except for the guiding robot, which I will not be using. I'll just leave it trapped. I'll show you where it is, though, but I'm going to leave it there because it's just going to annoy me otherwise. Although, I have to say, that thing in Descent 2 makes a better navigator than Navi the Fairy ever was, so it's the best of its ilk. Though it doesn't really get you everything, it just tells you the most sensible route. It's kind of like how Google Maps works, actually. It tries to get you the shortest route, whether it makes sense to take that route or not. That's why you have to use your judgment on these things and not let technology make all decisions for you. Just put it with a spicy side of human intention, and you have yourselves an algorithm. Call me Alan G. O'Rhythm. I'm the Irish man of legend. I was Irish. I mean, I don't have an Irish accent. I would like to hang out there. So they got a religious underground solved. Fat chance of that. But still, I'd probably visit and Scotland. You know. I got a bit more Irish than Scottish. I might be wrong. I probably have some Scottish in me somewhere too. I'm not gonna go over what I think I am, because it might get too personal. Or more importantly, it doesn't really matter. Because I could say I have a spirit of luck. I say I would have a spirit of some countries that have nothing to do with my heritage. So, like, I could probably get along with people from Brazil, for instance. Maybe even some doesn't. I'm not saying all. I think it's inevitable that someone like that can be befriended. It's more of like, you know, a cultural thing. They're just being friendly on the outside, so I don't know if that's the case, relatively. Or if it's just putting a positive discrimination spin, which could also be the case. So just call me otherworldly and leave it at that. The Bonusu level. Speaking of Bonusu, there's this, what, like 100% orange juice Mario Party dice card game, whatever the fuck. It's still making DLC, so I had to stop playing it. I've never met a game that had that much DLC. It has more DLC than Sims and Call of Duty put together. I just can't. I can't, man. I can't do it. It's not even like a microtransaction thing. You are getting content. There's no, like, advantage. It's just, I've had it. It's enough, man. You're gonna end up spending a few $100 on that thing. I guess you could say the same for World of Warcraft, but I don't know. It's a different one. That being Blizzard. You know, Blizzard went by a different name, but I'm forgetting it. Looks like how Rare went by a different name. They're very kind of generic sounding names, so I can understand why they changed them. I wish Rare would stop with its Pirates game, though, and make a game again. That'd be nice. Yeah, Rare needs to do something. They've been sitting on talent that has decided to be like, we're not. Some of that talent went to Playtonic. I think some of that talent, Playtonic, is that what it is? Yeah, it works on like Mansion's successor, Ukulele. And some of them probably moved off to maybe do some more James Bond stuff, or Time Splitters, or whatever the fuck. The point is a company is not indicative of who's there at that given time. So Blizzard did change, but also the people changed. So, yeah. That's why corporations are not people. Case closed. Oh yeah, that is way too many Slaughtars than one man can handle. But one Flechette can handle a great number of them. This is my great Flechette bombing run. Bomberman! Don't play Bomberman on a plane. You know, I haven't been on a plane forever. Which is weird, because I'm very comfortable in planes. I must have been on planes a dozen or so times now. And I've been comfortable with it each and every single time. I think the only time I may have had a bad time on a plane was when there happened to be a crying baby. Because you should bring a crying baby with the plane. Word of advice, I don't know if you should bring a baby on the plane at all. I don't know if that's a good idea. They got the whole air, like, you know why they're crying? It's because of the whole air pressure stuff. So, I'm just going to say, if you have a baby, don't bring it on the plane. I'm not saying it because of the noise pollution. I'm saying it's probably not good for your baby. Don't bring him high in the sky. It sounds cool. I mean, unless you're like a hospital from a country far away, then okay. I'm just saying for the most part, your baby's not going to like air pressure unless they figure out how to pop the ears, but not at baby age. I don't know what you're thinking. They're thinking, I take my baby with me everywhere, regardless of inconvenience. Seeing the baby. Oh no, the baby. Yeah, let's try babysitting Mama, but on the plane. See how that works out. That's right. It's not going to work out. They do have like a science equivalent to Cooking Mama where it's just like the dad does the science, and then I thought to myself, wait, if you combine the two, that's how you make the plot of Breaking Bad. My god. So he's a cooking data, but his name is actually... Well, it's not Heisenberg, but you know. Heisenberg going down like the Hindenburg! That's what they tell me. We're nearly done here. I just want the Crater of Might, because that's a prize worth getting. Always. The Crater of Might is my most valuable inventory item. I mean, obviously the potions are helpful, yes. But for the Cleric especially, you're basically getting a free health bar every time you fill up that blue bar with the Crater. So, yeah. It's actually good to know as long as, yeah. Yeah, I still wonder about the Death King spawning rate, because I don't know if I can handle it spawning that fast, but we'll see. I might be able to handle it. Now that I think I can do this game, I can do anything! Let's get another thing jig out of the way. The mightiest of the maxes and the magics are not really sufficient. Insufficient, you know. But now his foul chickens lie strewn on your grill, and you must cook the burgers with the last of your bargaining chips. On sale now. Above you, the ramparts of that game, Rampart, where it's like a strategy game with Tetris. Where's that game been? Can someone redo that kind of game for Steam? I would really like that. Someone make that Tetris strategy game that Rampart is, like, again, for Steam, but with more, like, oomph to it. Like, maybe dozens of people doing it all at once. I think that'd be really great. I'd like to see it anyway. Yeah, make Rampart 99? Ah, shit, I don't know if that many, but certainly a large amount of people. However, somewhere within your enemies are waiting, telling you how much you suck. I have to actually turn up the sound to let me know when the video's over. Because I'm just going to be stuck on the screen forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.